we've purchased.
Yeah, so at the moment, the house has a large dining, main living, second living, and almost a bit of a breakout study space. So whilst we fill that study space back with walls, we're still left with good functional space of second living, main living, dining space, and the study then gets converted into that fifth bedroom.
Pre-auction, it was an auction campaign. We were aggressive, we were strategic in how we positioned our offer and managed to purchase this pre-auction in a suburb with an agent where 99% of their housing stock goes to auction. What we've purchased is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car space in a premium spot in Tattersill. We're about to go in, we're about to lay the foundations to convert this 4-bed into a 5-bed. Let's come in, let's go for a house tour and really unpack what it's like to take a 4-bedroom into a 5th bedroom and where we're actually doing that. Entering through, walking into what I would say a pretty decent master bedroom. It actually has a lock to it. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing for a master bedroom. What do you reckon? Walking in, master bedroom, decent sized master bedroom, sufficient space for a king size bed, 2 sofas, 2 couches sitting on the side here as a bit of a mum and dad retreat, and really opening up into a his and hers walking robe with a bathroom ensuite attached to it. So functionality check, walking straight through from a double car port garage, a couple of shelves here for keys if needed. And you really do have a nice nook into here, allowing for storage cupboards, shelves, or even an entry table. Now walking across into this space, what we have here is a second living space. And within this second living space, it's large enough for TV ports to go on this side and a decent sofa couch to be utilized. Really opening on across, direct connectivity across to this space. Large kitchen space. Particularly what we like about this kitchen space is the ability for visibility across your second lounge. And if we think of it, this is going to be a family home, a large family home for 2 kids or 3 kids, where you have that second retreat space where your younger kids can be playing around. You have your formal dining and living space on this side, where you're in the heart of the home, preparing dinner, washing your dishes, while still being able to have that line of sight towards kids in the second living room, kids sitting watching TV here, dining table. And what we particularly like is this open bar Alfresco, which really opens up and giving you that transitionary space of kitchen to outdoor living under a covered space, which is fantastic for family, friends, entertaining, especially over summer where that natural air ventilation really comes through across. So that is what I'd say entertainer's delight, which is really ticking the boxes across in this premium family home. Back end of the house, we are looking at the living quarters. We've got the 3 bedrooms towards the back. We've got the proper bath. So what I mean by proper bathroom, shower, bath, vanity, kids' quarters, I'd say. Also the laundry, which then taps on that side, which equally has direct access to the backyard, but also ample storage space. So what we're looking at for pretty handy, right? For a house of this scale and size, we're looking at walk-in storage shelves with the capacity to future-proof this space with additional cupboards at the very top if need be. Again, laundry trough, hot, cold water taps, sufficient space for your washing machine, dryer to sit down here, and your laundry trough where water is ultimately then going to discharge back into, and direct access to outside, direct access to the outside space to ultimately hang your washing if needed be.
Yeah, so at the moment, the house has a large dining, main living, second living, and almost a bit of a breakout study space. So whilst we fill that study space back with walls, we're still left with good functional space of second living, main living, dining space, and the study then gets converted into that 5th bedroom.
So while we're looking at a 5th bedroom, comparable sales in the pocket of Taylor's Hill for a 5x2x2 generally sit at the $1.1 million and above. In this particular context, what we saw the opportunity to do so was we had a large living space, we had a large dining space, which were all very much functional, and we had 2 living spaces which had the capacity to be optimized. Hence where we're standing right now. If you guys could recall before, it was staged to be that 3rd semi-retreat space, and ultimately the size in itself of this room was slightly larger than the back bedrooms. So the opportunity came through in with the comparable sales of the 5th bedroom, right, with that disparity in there, to look at the option of retrofitting or value adding the 5th bedroom. It had all of the solid bones of natural light, ventilation, large windows coming across. This window was existing. We had the ducted heating and cooling vents already within the space. And as we can see, power points, which were obviously sitting within this room in itself. So the opportunity was, what we're doing here is we're studding this wall, getting it ready for plaster. As you can see, electrical cables are in. We are adding a little bit more, going a little bit more above and beyond by packing this wall with insulation, which is this bad boy here. So what we're going to do, insulation bats are going to start coming out of this, going into the frame. This will just give additional sound insulation, with the living room and dining room being quite adjacent. Also too, in this context, we are looking at a little bit more so of a design feature where we're going to have a generally smaller robe with 2 doors opening up, but we've maximized the existing PowerPoint in this instance to design in a study space. So within here, we're going to drop a study desk inbuilt, ready to give that additional value add if you want in the space. What we've made the call equally so is bedhead's going to be right on the back of this wall. There was an existing PowerPoint here, and we've made the introduction of the second PowerPoint for both sides of the bed to have bedside tables and power either side. A bit of a design change that we made. The existing light up here was sitting across in this space, and what you guys can notice towards the end of the corridor, we've got the similar light feature. So what I decided to do was to move the existing light in the same line of sight of this light, while then adding a very similar light fitting for it to be consistent with all the other bedroom lights. Welcome back, Joe. We're down, different job, same footprint. You have taken the sketch, the vision, the yellow trace into life after a fair bit of debating of how we're going to get a study desk to fit within the width of the door swing, robe, and study desk.
And a small
Can you
desk.
tell me a bit of how persistent we were to try and get this to work?
Yeah, Oliver wouldn't say no to no desk, so we made it work.
And how did we make it work? And why I didn't want to say no. So when it comes to study desk, I think both of us have the opinion that for it to be fully functional, it needs to be a minimum of a meter wide.
Yeah.
Let's face it. So we were initially struggling with space. The door is strategically positioned here. Now, why is the door strategically positioned here is not because we want a door here. We are using the existing smoke alarm. So we've got an existing smoke alarm here, which was initially servicing this bedroom.
And
we've doubled up now to have a door here to allow it to be 1.5 meters from bedroom door, which is part of the legislation. Had we shifted the door into this position, Joe, that would have been additional cost of circa about $200 for Sparky to then hardwire.
That's right. It's not just the initial cost, it's the ongoing replacement and maintenance cost of the additional smoke alarm as well.
The other reason too, we had about 3.3 meters to play from start of door to end of wall. We've got an 820 wide door.
Yep, standard.
A swing coming across. Joe, fantastic recommendation of offsetting about 200 mil off.
Yep.
Why did we do this?
Allowing mattress or any larger furniture to fit through without too much of a struggle.
Exactly right. Insulation's about to go in.
Insulation will go in today, and the plaster is likely to start Monday. You'll sheet it, stop it, and then return and sand it, ready for the fixing. So the installation of doors, architraves, skirtings, and then the painter, job done.
Can we talk about one detailing that we went through, and you did quite well here, of cutting across and making sure that your bottom stud is sitting to the concrete and not the actual...
Not sitting on top of the flooring, because it's a floating floor. It needs expansion and contraction. So we just allow a 10 mil clearance from any structural member, so it's got room to move.
And just like that, it's all filled with I2.5 insulation bats. So we've done our final QA checks, we've validated PowerPoints, we've jam-packed insulation into this wall. And now, next steps, plaster is out here. Next week, I'm gonna plaster up the wall, stop, sand, and really get ready for final coat of paint to happen. We buy, we add value, we equity uplift, we quality control, it works on site, and that's the value offering that we bring across. So next in, if you want to follow through, if you want to get that notification on when that part 3 is going to be released for the next brand reveal of the 5th bedroom, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and of course, we welcome comments in the comment section. See you on the next one.